we do, it's a kind of research activity. It's a kind of research activity. So research can't just be in the library or in the laboratories. Research can be everywhere. It can begin from kitchen, and it can be there in all the sectors, in all the parts, in all the fractions of human life. Human life, it is present in even the life around there, non-human life also. So that's what I feel. I'm just talking to you till Dr. Sachin Devre joins us. So what I feel that the researcher has no limit as far as topic of research is concerned. The animals, the plants, the non-living substances that we have around us, the chemical processes that take place, the environmental things that happen to us, everything can be included in research. And we need to have a mind of the research, a mentality of the researcher to pursue the research activity, to pursue the research activity. So what we need to choose a topic, focus on it, and just go digging it down deep in and find out something. हो अजून तुम्ही फोन करताय Hello. So Dr. Devre is joining. Otherwise, I'll request our principal, Dr. Prashant Kumar Kamble sir, to be the chief guest of the valedictory function. If Dr. Devre is not available.
Hello, I'm there, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Devre sir has joined. Yes. So, welcome, Devre sir. Welcome, Devre sir.
Yes, thank you so
Yes.
much.
Dr. Ashok Patil, Devre sir has joined. So, all the
Good afternoon,
participants.
Devre sir.
Very
Yeah,
good
yeah.
afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
So, may I request Professor Dr. Ashok Patil sir
Yes, sir.
to,
Yes.
yes,
Uh,
may I request
Good
Professor
afternoon.
Dr. Ashok Patil sir to
Yes, sir.
introduce Dr. Devre sir and Yatiraj Bhandari, who are Dr. Devre sir is the chief guest of the valedictory function of this international multidisciplinary e-seminar on trends in research. And the chairperson of this function is Rotarian Mr. Yatiraj Bhandari. So over to Dr. Professor Dr. Ashok Patil sir.
Good
Yes, sir.
afternoon to all the participants in the international e-seminar and chief guest of this valedictory function, Professor Sachin Devre, Dean Faculty of Humanities, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, and Chairperson Rotarian Yatiraj Bhandari, President Rotary Club of Ichalganj Central in Maharashtra. I introduce Professor Sachin Devre sir. Devre sir, working as a professor, Department of Geography in Postgraduate Studies and Research Pune Campus, Karve Road, Pune. Devre sir has a teaching experience of 25 years. Under his guidance, 4 students completed their PhD degree and 6 students have completed MPhil degree. And also, 4 students are working for PhD at present. He has published one book on soil erosion modeling and 30 research articles published in journals, proceedings, and edited books. He has a chairman, Board of Studies in Geography, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai. He has worked as a member of a research and recognition committee for North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. Devre sir is as a member of various educational bodies in India and abroad. Uh, I available Devre sir's very broad biodata, but time limit. I stop here. Again, I welcome to Chief Guest Devre sir. Today's valedictory function chairperson, Rotarian Yatiraj Bhandari sir, and all participants. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir, for such a brief and sweet introduction. Now, may I request the chief guest of the valedictory function, Dr. Sachin Devre, sir, to express his views about the seminar. Dr. Sachin Devre, please.
Thank you so much, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are quite audible.
Okay. Okay, so fine. The chairperson of this session, Rotary and Yatiraj Bhandari, sir, then the members of the college, the management committee, and the organizing committee, and all participants. I'm indeed very happy to be there as a part of this valedictory session. And when I've gone through the topic that is trends in the research, I think I got time of 10 minutes only. So considering those 10 minutes, whatever is possible, because research is a topic where, since the morning you must be getting enriched by the ways or by the views of various keynote speakers. So basically in the trends when we have to talk about, and one more thing that as per the time I got that this presentation session was still going on. So again, I'm very happy that that much response that organizers got and people presented the papers on various aspects or various topics in this event, during this event. So, okay, I'll come to my address basically in case of the trends in RIMA research. So many of aspects you might have covered so far, that what research, what way it has to be done. And there are many events normally speak on the writing from the choice of the topic, the methodologies, in what way we can come to the results and all. But when we see about the trends in research, basically nowadays the research are more of the where the more use of technology is in there as far as the methodologies are concerned. So apart from the statistical techniques, it has gone a little bit more up to the modeling part of it, by taking various models and using those models in our studies. And then the most important aspect of it is basically if you see about the education policy, about what research you talk on. So in general, on the education, basically the focus now is towards the liberalization of the education and to take the multidisciplinary education, to have a multidisciplinary education. And when we talk about the multidisciplinary education, of course now this cannot be the way it is being carried out nowadays in a particular discipline or in a stream. Of course, it not means that it should get diverted from the specialization. So for example, if a teacher working in some specific subject, so while doing research in that specific subject, while choosing a topic, now he has got an liberty, and rather he should think that aspect by the multidimensional ways. So for example, when research nowadays, again, there are various burning issues. If we take, I can give one example of, say, for example, if somebody wants to work on the climate change, so it is a matter of the sciences, the people work on the climate change, physical job, a physical aspect of it. For example, a climatologist focuses on the averages of it, the trends, the way the temperature is, or the changes in the temperatures happening, and in other aspects of it. When it comes to the human being, what impact it will have, maybe on the agriculture, maybe on the other aspects of closely related to human life, to the human being. So there are again the things which needs to be looked by the social science perspective. So what way this problem can be sorted out? Because now the research not only is of the modeling kind of thing to have certain questions and just to answer those. Because normally in many researches, it ends with the kind of suggestions people normally give at the end of the thesis when we talk about the PhD, where many times those are just the state lines and having the general kind of the suggestions given in the research. So now the expectations are much more. So considering the local aspects, the local points, the local issues, if those research focused by using technology, if the solutions are to be found out, and then considering the people working in the field, if are taken into consideration, as I said, the multidimensionally in all dimensions, that topic or that aspects might be answered well. So this is the need of our nowadays, that one need to consider and one need to think of it. So what way the topics can be done. Of course, though this will be start, for example, only I can give, see, I'm from geography. And in geography also, normally what we do, again, we make again the compartments, that there is a physical geography, there is human geography. Then physical geography people are working, focusing more on the physical aspect of it, whereas the human geographers are more on the social aspects. That within the subjects also, that kind of compartments are there, and people just go with those specialization. Now in the coming years, there has to be breaking of these walls of the disciplines, and it should be more on the issue based, say the problem focused. Okay, so problem based researches needs to be done more, and that is the way now efforts or initiatives are done in a larger scale. Of course, when we talk about the expectations, many times then there are various reasons why people do research. So of course, even teachers, what they have various desires, and many of them are mostly related with, or what we can say is important as far as the career of a teacher is concerned, and it has a kind of valuation. Those there are also many again things that people are thinking of it, what way it can be changed. But of course, doing research to get some that kind of credit always not serve the purpose of the research, neither rather the purpose of the society, the way it needs to have a research on a particular topic or particular aspect to come to certain solution. So this is what the way the teacher is, the research is trying, the research needs to be done nowadays accordingly to come up to certain things. And again, then what I was talking about, the teachers basically many times for assessing the research, or what we call it as a API, where we got certain, the marks or what the credits are given to a teacher, and the research then goes to the till the publications, and based on that again certain things happens. But again, those also things have many limitations that one need to consider when we have to serve, as I said, the purpose of the research to come up to some conclusion or concrete conclusion with the suggestions to understand the local problems and to find certain solution to those problems. Because then again, while assessing those things, many times people think that why the universities or colleges are not having that kind of research, whatever happens in the research institutes. But many times people even don't understand that institutes are there just to do the research, focus to the research, and the prime focus of the institute is basically on the research, and people are expected to do those research, which is bit varied in case of the universities and colleges, where the whatever expectations from the teacher are slightly different. So considering those things, what I want to say here is that the interest of the person matters a lot. Second thing, research, when we talk about it, true research come with a certain result, is not a cup of tea for everybody. So it should not be that way become either mandatory or compulsory that everybody, if is expected to do the research, obviously it somewhere we need to or we have to compromise with the qualities, and those are the things nowadays are happening. So researchers, while increasing in the number or just to increase in the quantity is not that important. What is my personal opinion, that if the quality research has to be done, so there are many issues, there are many things, there are many uh, factors which needs to be considered and which needs to be understand at a larger scale. And if the things are work properly, then only the good kind of research can happen, and that way the research can be taken up further ahead. So this is what about, I think, is about the research and the quality research I wanted to say. And there are, again, as I said, specifically when we talk about the trend, basically the trend, as I said, is moving from the disciplinary research towards the multidisciplinary research, uh, a specific discipline research towards the problem solving research, what we can say, the issue based research to understand the issue. And third thing, most importantly, is when we talk about the technology. So technologically, the use of technology is moving far ahead. And with these techniques, even if we talk about the statistical techniques or the methodologies have one again or to the modeling approaches, and that way the research by this way has moved a lot on this way going moving forward. And it's very nice to have I think that is what the time I got to speak, and I really enjoyed to have nice interaction with all participants. And with this, I think I will conclude my speech. So since even the charts in chat box also of kind, so okay, with this, I will conclude my speech. Thank you. I thanks again organizers for inviting me for this occasion. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. You've concluded in a way comprising all the points. So I would like to ask Dr. Uttam Patil if there is any
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
participant.
There is a Smriti Samartha. She is
Uh-huh.
willing to give the feedback. Smriti Samartha, she is there.
Sure, sure.
So you can request
Okay.
her. Huh?
Uh, Ms. Smriti Samartha, please, will you give your feedback? Ms. Smriti Samartha?
Yeah. Yeah, this is Riti here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Am I
Yes,
audible?
Yes,
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Very.
So I'd like to
Yes, yes, very good.
thank everyone for the opportunity. Let me go backwards. So I'd like to thank Dr. Thorat for chairing our session where I got to make my paper presentation. And of course, the plenary sessions were really very useful in getting to know more about the research areas, especially where we could, as fresh research scholars or budding research scholars, the areas that we could explore. And the sessions before that, I guess Abhijit Malunkar's session was pretty useful in trying to understand how we could use online resources to spread the research that we're doing and also get a lot of feedback about what we are doing. So I immediately checked Open Review and Reddit and the other sources he mentioned, and I found them really exciting. And of course, what was said earlier by I about the startups and how we could contribute in the entire ecological system of research, that was very interesting too. So we are not marginalized in the sense it's not the sciences only which will innovate, but arts and humanities also have a chance to contribute to the entire cycle. So I really loved the entire idea. And before today's session, the entire organization of how we could get in touch with the organizers and this timely submission, the timely acceptance, and also the program list that we got. Everything was really beautifully done. So I'd like to thank everyone. And I guess we rarely faced any technical glitches. So the technical team is also, I guess, like pretty important. So thank you everyone for organizing this amazing seminar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request Rotarian Raj Bhandari sir, who is the chairman of this session and who is also president of Rotary Club of Karanji Central, to give his views on this one-day e-seminar.
हमारे रोटरी क्लब ऑफ इचलकरंजी सेंट्रल की तरफ से ये जो रिसर्च पे ये सेमिनार ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, मैं आप सभी का बहुत आभारी हूँ कि अभी इस सब्जेक्ट की बहुत जरूरत है। रिसर्च हर फील्ड में होना चाहिए और हमारी जैसी संस्था है ऐसे विषयों पे भी काम करती है और इसमें हम लोग स्टूडेंट, टीचर्स, उन लोगों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा ट्रेन करने की कोशिश करते हैं ऐसे ऑनलाइन सेमिनार लेके। तो मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा कि आपने ये अच्छा सब्जेक्ट रिसर्च पे चुना और रिसर्च की आज की जरूरत हर फील्ड में होनी चाहिए और आप लोग ये जो सेमिनार के लिए मैं आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I invite Dr. Vijay Desai, sir, to give the vote of thanks.
दादा बोला ऑडिओ चालू नाही तुमचा ऑडिओ चालू नाही हॅलो
हा चालू
Are you
झाला.
visible? Okay,
Ah,
good
okay,
afternoon.
okay.
I am Vijay Desai here to give a vote of thanks. I heartily thank our chief guest of this valedictory functions, Dr. Sachin Devre sir, and I also thank of Rotarian, our friends, Itiraj Bhandari, President of Rotary Club of Ichalgarh Central, and this in this valedictory functions. I also thank to how to or give their feedback about this seminar, and also thank of all participants, paper presenters, and resource persons, all my colleagues, and very thankful in our college principal Dr. Prashant Kumar Kamble, and very much thankful for this seminar convener Dr. Uttam Patil sir, Madhvi madam, Lata madam, and G.R. Mori sir. All resource persons, chief guest and chairpersons, thankful by our college, and I permit this seminar is now over. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Desai sir. Now I request all the participants to
धन्यवाद.
fill in the Google link given for feedback. Please fill the feedback link so that you can get your certificates online. Thank you. So all are requested to do that, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll mail you.
Link is not working, ma'am.
After we finish this, it will work. Because
Yes,
the
yes.
person who is handling all this, he's yet engaged in this session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So after you finish all of this business, please go and feed the form. So
Yes, yes.
let us stand for national anthem.
Thank
भारत भाग्य विधाता कुंजो तव शुभ आशीष मांगी गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, Mane sir.
Thank you. Sir,
No, 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 no. Thank you.
sir, excuse me, sir. Dr. Uttam Patel, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, sir. Sir, can we have send the papers for publication, sir? Sir,